Curly, Scott, and Jesus.
What's sure thing, man.
And we have a very special guest joining us this week.
I'm dead. Oh my god.
Alright.
You're welcome, man.
And while we discuss wrestling and stuff, I'll be playing Friday the 13th, so you won't be bored.
Alright, sounds fair.
Alright, so anyone have... Alright, so we wanted to discuss a topic.
Alright.
What is the best possible main event for WrestleMania 34, excluding the Royal Rumble winner and Roman Reigns?
Wait, are you talking about like... Oh, go ahead, sorry, my bad.
No Roman Reigns, no Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay. What's the best possible WrestleMania main event, excluding those two people?
Alright, hold on, give me a second.
Alright, I caught you. I got you, man. That's not a bad match. How about you, Rich?
A main event? I mean, like, are you talking about, like, me saying, like, Styles versus... Like, I can use Styles and Lesnar, right?
Yeah.
Alright. For Lesnar... I don't know what Lesnar...
Or I mean, just in general. The main event just in general, not, you know, just the one match.
I got two. Like, for, like, if we're talking about, like, for, like, the WWE title, I think it would be, like, maybe Styles versus... somebody like, I guess you could say, fuck. Maybe a returning Neville, you know? If somehow, some way he can return, maybe Neville and Styles can pull it off. For the Universal title, I think Lesnar and Lashley, I think that's a dream match people would like to see, and it's for the Universal title, so I think it'll be interesting.
Well, I'm gonna take something from Groovy Tony over there.
Alright.
And I want to do something which should have did, but didn't.
Okay. What's
a fatal four-way. AJ Styles.
Alright.
Versus Demon Finn Balor.
Okay.
Versus Kenny Omega.
Alright.
Versus Cody Rhodes. When the winner not only becoming WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but also the full-time leader of the Bullet Club.
That actually is a smart idea. I actually like it. I mean, you could have for all of them come together, like have all the Bullet Club come to WWE, but I mean...
That's where it's headed. Probably next 3 years.
I mean, Kenny, it looks like, I don't know about the Young Bucks, that's the thing. Or like Adam Page or Marty Scurll or Cody. I think he has like a few years with Ring of Honor since he signed with them.
That's fine. It all takes time.
Yeah, that's true. It all takes time to, you know, get in WWE. I mean, because like Kenny, you can't rush him. Like, Kenny is smart by, you know, taking his time. I mean, he will lose it eventually, but I mean, like they say, everyone comes to WWE. It's the big time league, and it's the place, like, you have to be in WWE
Yeah.
I mean, you want to prove you're the best? I mean, you gotta fight the best, and that's in WWE. I mean, New Japan might have probably great talents and whatever, but, you know, WWE has the best talent.
That's true, they do.
I mean,
That is also true.
well, the thing is, you got people like Styles, you got Finn Balor, you got Sami Zayn, you got Kevin Owens, you got Lesnar, you got John Cena, you got Triple H, you got The Undertaker. All these talents, big talents. I'm not saying people like Omega, Okada, Nitro. Those guys aren't good talents and whatever, but WWE is that big show, that big, like it's that big show and whatever that, like, you have to be there to prove that you are the best. Like, you can back it up.
Yeah.
Help!
Don't get me
Help!
wrong,
Is
Kenny.
anyone there?
Go ahead,
This
sorry.
is not a prank. We need your help. Jason is killing us. We need your help.
Yeah, I get that. But it's like, look at Jay Leto. Leto used to be this one good-ass talent outside of WWE and whatever, but it's like, where's he been now? Like, ever since he lost the main title, no one's rarely talked about him. I mean, Omega, because he puts on good-ass matches, and Dave, whatever his name is, he gets so horny and whatever with New Japan. And so,
Dave Meltzer.
I mean, yeah, my bad. Yeah, and it's just like, don't get me wrong, Omega, I love him and whatever, but I want to see him, what he can do like in NXT, because NXT, you know, Omega can be like him, like he can work in NXT, but it's like people are too scared and worried about the main roster. Don't get me wrong, I am scared, a little worried when he, like, if he goes to the main roster, because I mean, look at Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, the Ascensions, the Revival. There's a lot of people that get fucked up on the roster. You think so? You think that was a fun way to put him in it against Lesnar and I think Triple H would be smart to do something like that. But it's the fact that, will Vince, you know, pull the trigger? You know, will Vince allow it to happen? That's the thing, though. Because Vince wants Roman and Lesnar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, TJ.
Yeah. Go ahead, Scott.
Okay,
If
look.
you want to say something.
As we all probably know, it's going to be Lesnar Reigns.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking Finn won't get involved, because I'm thinking he's going to get an IC title match, which might be the either headed. But Groovy Tony's point, Vince is high on AJ Styles. And I mean, everyone's high on AJ Styles. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
With that being said, Vince is high on AJ Styles. Vince is not high on Shinsuke Nakamura, and he is not high on Finn Balor, unless he's Demon all the time. Other than that, he's not high on them. That's why, you know, Shinsuke Nakamura will be a mid-card at best on the main roster. Now, if the rumors are true that Triple H is going to take over fully, we'll see what happens. But as long as Vince is in charge, Shinsuke Nakamura will be a full-time mid-carder, no matter what. And it's sad to say, but it's true.
Are you high on Nakamura, Scott? Yeah. Scott, are you high on Nakamura?
Okay. Nakamura.
Okay.
One, I think the fans wanted him pushed so fast on the main roster, which really ruined him. I think I want the New Japan Nakamura, the NXT Nakamura. The Nakamura, the main roster, what the fans wanted to push, complete garbage. He is not believable as a main eventer right now, and he's not believable as WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He's not, I'm sorry. Right now, Jinder Mahal is more believable. It's strange to say, but with how everything is, Jinder Mahal is definitely a better champion than Nakamura right now. Now, if they were to do the smart thing and build up Nakamura the right way, it would probably be different. But for the fact that the fans wanted him pushed and everything else, and when he got the push but not the title, then fans complained about it, I have nothing much to say. The fans ruined Shinsuke Nakamura.
Is that real? This can't be real.
Don't get me wrong. Nakamura can be the king of strong styles probably again if Triple H, does take over, I feel like. And I think if he does, I think Nakamura will, like, the NXT Nakamura that people are talking about could happen. Like, in the main roster, I get it. He's not maybe believable and whatever, but people are still over with Nakamura. People still enjoy him. Yes, there's been a lot of people that jumped off the bandwagon of Nakamura because it's the fact that Nakamura's been proven. Like, Nakamura's not Nakamura, what has he done since he made to the main roster? 2 big wins. Randy Orton, Cena, and win the Royal Rumble. So it's kind of like, yeah, I do agree that, but I mean they gotta do something with like how they did with Roderick Strong. I think you know how Roderick Strong, they did those like video package, like discuss like how he was outside of WWE, I guess you could say. They should kind of do the same with Nakamura. Hold on, give me a second.
Well, okay, what'd you take, Ruby?
Help me! Please! Anyone!
Alright, I respect that. So, with that being said, what would you like to talk about? Alright, so 2017, we had arguably the best there in WWE since maybe 2010, roughly. Oh yeah, I mean, pure wrestling wise, this is the greatest roster WWE ever had. That's no question about it. Match wise, the in-ring ability and everything else. 2017 was great on all that. Storytelling, decent storylines, decent rivalries. Nothing's ever perfect. You always need something bad for something to wind up being good or great. with that being said, I believe it was WWE.com that said AJ Styles was John Cena's Match of the Year. I would say no to that, just for the pure fact WWE is still John Cena. Until he retires, everything will be Cena. Well, hold on. My Match of the Year, from WWE purposes, would be the SummerSlam Fatal 4-Way. Now, if you want to go all over the world, that would actually be a lot more challenging. But there's been a lot better matches in other promotions like New Japan, Ring of Honor, etc. There were so many great matches throughout every other promotion. It's hard to pick just one. You mean Wrestle Kingdom? G1. That was a great match. That was a great match, I'm not gonna lie.
I wanna say something like I wanna say this, Scott. You would say something about 2017. So I was gonna say this. 2017 had a good beginning from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania. I think after WrestleMania, shit went down. I think everything went down. Yes, it may a little bit picked up here and there, but it didn't feel like it was a good year, to be honest. Like 2016, yeah. That year was just fully great. It was just goddamn. Matches were getting good as fuck. You seeing booking was good for SmackDown. You see people were getting their opportunities on SmackDown like they deserve. NXT people that went from went from NXT to the main roster were getting booked right. And it's just last year really wasn't like that. It was kind of I don't know, not good and kind of trash. You're seeing moves starting to, I know booking, people shouldn't be pushed so fast, but at the same time, what's it called? Look at Finn Balor. He was pushed to the point where it was just oh shit, people enjoyed it, but he got injured by Seth, and it fucked him up, and
I gotta agree. Finn Balor's injury in 2016. Okay, look.
Fucked it up.
It
fucked him up, bro.
It takes two people.
Yeah, but it's our WWE, is Vince gonna pull the trigger? See, this is what I talk about, and I hate so much. It's Vince won't pull the trigger and let guys like Finn Balor, guys like Nakamura, Sami Zayn. How long have we been waiting for Sami Zayn to finally get a moment for a title? A title match. He's always...
Damn it, no!
Yeah. Yeah. For example, Sami Zayn, I would love for him to win that, the WWE title at either WrestleMania or SummerSlam, because that's a big pay-per-view, like you said, and it makes people oh shit, makes them excited and whatever. Finn Balor winning the title. I would love to see him win at WrestleMania. Just like Braun, for example. I would love Braun to win the title soon. But it's just like, Braun has got to win like maybe a big pay-per-view or something. Corbin should be champion.
Oh my god,
I
can't look.
Corbin should be champion. But go ahead, Scott. Go ahead, Scott. I'll let you continue.
Okay.
You were on Finn Balor, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finn Balor. Okay, look. His injury with, well, versus Seth. Okay, look. You cannot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. You cannot blame Seth for something that Finn Balor pretty much was the part of. It takes two people to make a match. And both people have to do everything right. So nothing gets injured or nothing. The minute someone messes up, they always go to that person.
But can you agree on this? That there could be a time where someone can actually like hear me out when I say this. Don't you think like maybe it could have been on purpose too? Cause I mean, not everything can be an accident. I know it takes two to tango, whatever, but there could be times where, I mean, maybe he did it on purpose. I mean, I'm not saying Seth did it. Yeah, I mean, shit like that could happen.
In defense, Seth Rollins did that same move to a bunch of other people and no one got injured. So, I mean, he did to Ambrose a lot, he did it to Roman Reigns, he did it to other people and no one else got injured, but Finn Balor. Maybe Finn Balor was just not ready to be champion at the time and he was pushed way too fast. And then
maybe Seth got jealous and did it.
I mean, look like this. If Seth Rollins did that to people like Ambrose, Reigns, and everything else, and none of them got injured, why is it that Finn Balor randomly gets injured from it?
Well, this could be why, and I mean, I want you to fire back on this, Scott. All right? You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Could it be that maybe Finn Balor was the guy he was that main guy now? He was gonna be that top guy. He was gonna be that face of Raw. And maybe Seth just felt like, nah, man, no. I'm still that guy. Yeah. Seth felt like, nah, I'm the face of Raw and whatever. And Seth maybe said, you know what, maybe I'll injure him. I'm not saying Seth did. I'm not gonna, attack on Seth on that. But, I mean, you never know. I mean, shit happens. Yeah, but it's like, you could say something like Owen Hart. He, made Stone Cold where his neck is fucked up. I mean, you could say Seth Rollins, he did, injure Sting and maybe retire. I mean, Sting, well, he did retire Sting, but yeah.
Please no.
Yeah. I mean, you could say a bunch of stuff. Like, look at Seth. He's injured 3 people. Injured Cena, injured Finn Balor, injured, what's it called? Sting. That's 3 people, so I mean...
Wow.
Come on, Scott.
Okay, look.
I mean, I know... Okay, go ahead.
Owen Hart... Okay, Owen Hart and Steve Austin have nothing to do with this whole equation.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just, giving you, some stuff what's it called? I mean, I don't know if they're accidents or not,
I'm gonna fast forward to Seth. Okay, look.
Alright, go ahead.
Him and Balor. If Balor doesn't go to the main roster and don't win the Universal title opportunity, he don't get injured, plain and simple. The fact is... That's what probably
That could
happened.
be one. Yeah, that's the thing with WWE. Like wrestlers, they get to a point where like they're fighting, like they're wrestling. The fact that WWE don't like notice it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Scott, though. So tell me, how come why in the main roster there's a lot of injuries, but it's like when you're in the indies, I mean, you don't see people tearing their ACL. You don't see, oh, I'm out for like a year with a shoulder injury. Oh, my neck is hurt. Like, explain to me. Who?
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, but, like, it's always the WWE where something fucks up happens. And it's like, outside, you rarely see anything like that.
Well,
like,
the thing is,
part that go ahead, sorry.
the WWE is a lot bigger than everything else.
Okay.
That's going to get the most attention over, let's say, Ring of Honor, ICW, ROH. No, not Ring of Honor, but a different one. ACU, etc. The WWE is bigger, and that's going to get you more. It's going to be viewed a lot more. So that's why you're going to hear more about the bigger people, the bigger companies, like that, instead of, say, like IDWP or World or What Culture Pro Wrestling.
Yeah,
essentially.
Like the one thing recent that, I mean, I guess you could say maybe recently that I remember someone like got injured badly or, you know, died was the guy Rey Mysterio faced, and, you know, he died, and, you know, Rey almost said he wasn't gonna wrestle anymore because of that. I mean, that's the only thing I could remember. Unless, you know, you could say Rosemary. I mean, what happened to her from Star Deep? What's her name?
Sexy Star.
Oh, Sexy Star.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh.
Fuck. I don't know, man. Fuck.
Okay.
But go ahead, Scott.
The indies, like I said, ain't that big, so you're not gonna hear much about them. But it's the stuff that you do hear about it, from the Paralyzation to Sexy Star and Rosemary to Rey Mysterio. There's one reason why you hear about all this stuff, and it's not none of the dirt sheets, none of the blogs, nothing. I'll give you a hint on what it is.
All right.
Internet. There's your hint.
Internet, okay.
There's your hint. What is it?
Internet. Guess you could say YouTube.
Bingo.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how people find out about stuff. I mean, hey, look, people might think it's funny, but
it's true though. It's true.
It's this thing. Would anyone have cared if Rey Mysterio did 619 to someone and killed him if it wasn't on YouTube? Would anyone believe it?
No, probably not. Until like they watch it and be like, oh shit, you know, he did kill somebody.
That's the thing. If it wasn't for YouTube, it wasn't for Twitch, we wouldn't know none of this stuff.
Yeah,
that's why you hear about all the indie promotions go on YouTube and that. Just, it's sad to say, but it's true. And you could say other stuff too, but there's not a big enough website other than YouTube and Twitch.
Doing this right.
Well, yeah. But I'm not including all the dirt sheets though, because you know, everyone don't trust them or believe them at all. That's the reason why I didn't say add them. If you don't see it, it won't happen. That's how people view it. And it's not just wrestling. It's other sports. Baseball, hockey, football, soccer. Well, I mean, it's hard to say. Because remember, they also said, freaking... Oh, shit. Also, there was going to be that big time rivalry going on between football and basketball this year, with the fact the NBA's taking over. That still hasn't happened yet either. So that's why you don't trust their cheats. But on the second hand, do you trust them more than YouTube? That'd be the thing.
True.
What's more believable?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a topic for you, Scott. For you guys. So Triple H, he's taking over 205 Live. Is 205 Live must see now? And if it is, or if not, explain why. Okay. Scott?
They needed everything better for 205. I'm proud they got it better. And now it's like a must-see show. You may not like it, but the fact is they're doing a cruiserweight tournament, which might come down to Swan. It's like, I won't come out Swan, but still, it's going to be.
It actually worked.
Yeah.
Cedric. Come on now, guys.
Gargano.
Can't forget Cedric. What's wrong with Cedric? Come on now.
I agree.
Like,
I'm not big on Cedric either, so I feel bad.
But the thing is, he just gotta get himself a character, you know? Like, I don't believe turning heel is the right thing, because that's what people expect. They expect, like, if you're not good as a face, you should turn heel. And I don't like that. I just feel like you need to find just a character, you know? Oh, you had something to say? I was letting you.
Honestly, it's hard to say because Cedric is the kind that should try a heel turn or something, but is he trusting to do it?
See, Scott, there's... Oh, go ahead, my bad.
That's that thing, is he trusting?
But look, Scott, you got somebody like Jack Gallagher. He turned heel. What happened? People liked it at first, but it's just like no one cares anymore about him. So I'm just saying, like,
wow,
this turning heel always work.
There's no
They want to hurt you, Jason. Don't let them.
on defense. There's also no real legit hill on 205 Live. Now, since Kendrick's been injured, That's the thing.
Like,
they might be solid hills, but they ain't the top hills.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Enzo was the top hill.
Who?
Oh, he's trying to be a little smart ass with the whole blacklisted shit and act like, oh, I don't know who this Enzo guy is. But yeah, go ahead.
Get up, Jason. Find them. Kill them.
I mean,
I know he is Scott, he's blacklisted, whatever, but I mean, we're talking about him, come on now.
we are.
Was he good in 205 Live? Not really.
He's about being a manager. I mean,
No,
he both opinions about that.
They deserve to die, Jason. Make them
I
suffer.
gotta disagree on you on that. Because look, when Neville came, because look, when a specific person came to 205 Live, he made it interesting. He made people, you know, he put on great matches. He was that heel that was getting hated so much. And Enzo, he gets cheered and he gets, you know, like he gets both reaction. Like he can get booed and he can get still cheered. And yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, some heels should be to the point where they should get booed all the time. And it's just like this person I'm about to say, this guy was getting booed and he was playing a good heel. And that person is Neville. Neville, the king of the cruiserweights. This guy was putting up great matches. Yes, he should have lost to Austin Aries, I'll give you that. But he was doing good in 205 Live. Maybe he wasn't, you know, like, I guess you could say, selling a lot of tickets for 205 Live, but I mean, he still was the best thing going for 205 Live when he was, there.
Do you know what your gift is? No matter what they do to you, you cannot die. You can never die. They want to hurt you, Jason. Don't let them.
Yeah. Do you think that because of maybe Austin Aries left, maybe it was like to the point where Neville was just like, people are not starting to care for him?
Take you from me, Jason.
To be honest, I think what could have happened was Aries should have beaten Neville. Yes, I agree 100%. But when Aries left, that's when people started like, okay, yeah, we have Neville, but who else do we have? Like, you didn't have that top heel versus babyface. That's what I think probably killed 205 more than anything.
See, that could be a reason why 205 Live started going, you know, a little downhill when Austin Aries left. And I agree because Austin Aries left and he was that top face, you could say. And
they want to hurt you, Jason.
once Austin Aries left, I mean, Tozawa, really? Tozawa? Don't get me wrong, he's good. He's a good wrestler, but Tozawa, really? Nah. Cedric?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh my god. Cedric could have. Cedric could have if they. I mean, if
they deserve to die.
If they
make them suffer like
I don't know. I think Cedric and Neville could have worked together well, and probably what's it called? Maybe where Cedric won the title. Kalisto. Kalisto, I think they did it because of Eddie Guerrero, I believe.
What did they say?
I mean, yeah. Which, I mean...
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They want to hurt you,
Yeah.
Jason. Don't let
I think Neville, like, losing to Enzo was a bad move. I think that kind of killed 205 Live and kind of made where people just, like, gave up on it, to be honest. That's what I think. Now that Enzo left, I think it's more watchable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did too.
But, Scott, I'm gonna ask you a question now. Do you think that, like, can you see what Neville's coming from? Like, when he left to, I mean, like, he left WWE. Well, when he left, basically, do you agree that, like, Neville just felt like he was just not treated right? Neville wasn't, like, I guess you could say maybe going anywhere. And he felt like Enzo was just, like, over the line, you know?
All in defense? No! I understand it. But in the end, it's all business. And Neville should have been moved up after he lost to Tozawa. But I think he really got mad when he was told he had to stay down there. I mean, Jarvin ended up probably has something to do with it, but nothing like what he actually had to go through. Oh yeah, I guarantee. Oh yeah, definitely. But it's also really hurt.
But can't you agree if they had booked Cedric more better, I guess, like kind of what he is maybe right now a little bit, that maybe Cedric could have been the one?
No. That's his problem. I agree 100%. Cedric is a good, I mean, he's athletic and has a good ability, but when it comes to the mic, no.
Well,
Even Marie talks, I'm sorry, even Marie talks better than Cedric Alexander. I'm sorry. Cedric's not believable on the mic. He honestly ain't. I hate to say it, but he ain't.
But can't you, like, give him more time on the mic, though? Maybe that's what it is? Or it's just like...
Yeah. See, I for that one, didn't you?
Damn. I still have faith, though, in Cedric. It's just that... I could see what y'all saying about the promos. Yeah, he does need to work on it.
Oh, he needs more than work. He needs a miracle.
Oh my god, you and Has.
And I'm not saying this to be a hater. I'm being dead honest. He needs a miracle.
Just like Roman Reigns needs a miracle on his end ring.
I mean, at least Roman got better.
I'm still iffy on him. I don't see it, to be honest.
No, you just take the fact he's a man of mania.
Nah. You know why I hate Roman, Scott. It's not about that.
Yeah, he pinned Cena in their mercy, we know.
Make them suffer like we.
Yeah, man. The disrespect they did on him, bro. Disrespect. I mean, it's true, Scott. They disrespect him, bro. They disrespect
How?
him. He's the face, man. How are you gonna do Cena like that? Come on now.
It was the passing of the torch.
I mean, you could have done that with Styles or what's it called? Finn
Styles is
Balor
too-
or Kevin Owens.
Okay,
Come on
look.
now.
Styles is too old to be a face of a company named WWE. Balor, he's not over enough to be the face of the company. And he's also 37 years
Balor
old.
is over. Balor is over. Mhm.
That's working.
I think
Owens?
they're saying.
Owens is no face of a company. I'm sorry, he is not a face. He could be a top heel, but he's not the top dog of the company. He's not a top face of the company. No, he's no Roman Reigns. He's no John Cena. He's no Neville. He's no Enzo Amore for 205 Live purposes, etc.
I mean, you give him the WWE title, he's gonna prove it to you. I mean, that's the thing.
Okay, look. Being the face of the company and being the top champion are two different things. To be the face of the company means you have to have the most merchandise sales. You have to be liked by your peers. You have to be liked by the audience, etc. To be the top champion, nah, look at NXT. The GOAT of NXT is Finn Balor. But Rich, what do you say
right
about
now,
NXT?
it's CN. Yeah, it's CN right
Why?
now. I mean,
Why is he the GOAT? Is it because he's champion now, right?
Yeah.
What does GOAT mean? Greatest of all time. You're telling me CN is better than Balor, Owens, and Joe?
I mean, he is right now. I mean, yeah, CN is proving it. I'll give you this guy. He might not be the GOAT, like you know, I mess around when I say that. I mean, I'm not trying to be literally saying, oh, he's really the GOAT, you know. I know
That's why he's going. That's his probably want to lose that in New Orleans.
You can't say. Okay. I was about to say, don't say WWE history. I was about to say, no, that's a little too far now. I mean, because there's people that, you know, I see in the comments or I see on Facebook or what's called, even the kick chats and whatever, and I see people start saying, oh, this match is, you know, the greatest of all time in WWE history. Better than HBK, I mean, not HBK, but yeah, like, it's the greatest match ever. Yeah, like HBK and Undertaker. Yeah, I could go there. People could say, but what about Sasha and Bailey? What about, what's it called? Nakamura and Sami Zayn? Yeah, Finn Balor and Kevin Owens, that ladder match. Or the match they had in New Japan. I mean, not New Japan,
You mean Beast from the East?
Yeah, Beast from the East.
You know, Brock Lesnar live event. It's like people go up at 5 o'clock in the morning just to watch it. Okay, look. People want to say WWE and NXT are the same thing.
Okay.
It might be the so-called same company, but NXT is the independent scene from WWE, which is why everything is totally different down there. People hate to admit it, but it's true. It's not the same thing. I hate how people like to compare that stuff, because it's like me comparing Impact to fucking Ring of Honor. You can't do it.
Kill them.
Or else you can say Impact and New Japan. You can't compare these two companies. People are gonna ask, what does that have to do with anything? Well, Impact has to deal with Ring of Honor for stars, apparently, so. And it's not like we're saying, whoa, they're gonna save Impact Wrestling by bringing Ring of Honor guys, as compared to they need to bring up these NXT people and use them right on the main roster. If people would learn to keep the top organization from the independent team different and actually study how they do the business of wrestling, we actually might get a good conversation of wrestling between the so-called quote-unquote fans. But you know how hard that is nowadays. It's damn near impossible.
Well, I think with the way Nick... Oh, go ahead. I'll let you.
You've got the important. You've got the one important thing.
Triple H.
Not Triple H. Less publicity.
Less publicity.
I mean, look. When you think of NXT, it's every Wednesday for 1 hour, and maybe 1 or 2 shows over the weekend. But you get a whole week off to prepare for it. You don't get that much publicity on it or nothing. You don't really hear about it either. That's when the whole, it's like independence comes into play. So, I mean, a lot of people don't like to say that, but that's one thing people always forget. It's not on TV as much, and you don't see the stars as much, excluding social media.
The thing is, with me, I consider NXT WWE, because WWE and NXT mean, come on now, mean, yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, I mean, they're the same. I mean, they might not be like how the, like, I see what you mean, Scott, like how they wrestle in the main roster and how they wrestle in NXT is different. I get that. But
Well, that's different big time.
It's still the same company, but they're still the same company. It's WWE. So you're telling me that John Cena, he hasn't signed with WWE. That's basically what you're kind of saying with some of these people. Like, if they're not a part of WWE, then what are they then? Just NXT only? Like, they signed with WWE so they can be in NXT and move their way up to the main roster.
Once again, signing with the business is different. A big business, quote unquote, New Japan, WWE, it's a lot different than, say, like Impact, NXT. It's all run different, and everything is shown different, and everything has different types of publicity, and published different too. Like, people say takeovers are better than pay-per-views, right? People say that constantly.
Yeah, and it's true though. I mean, it's...
Now, why is that?
Why is that? I mean, they got the best roster. I mean, well, I'm not gonna go that far, but I mean, they got a great roster. Let's just say that. They got a great roster.
Roster don't matter. Bingo. Bingo.
And in ring, you know, like, talent.
Well, it depends on what happens to the creative. How they get booked. Look at the Ascension. Look at Tyler Breeze.
Well, Tyler Breeze, he had a gimmick where it was just not going anywhere, to be honest. I mean, let's be real. Tyler Breeze's gimmick was not gonna go anywhere. Just like Adam Rose, his gimmick wasn't gonna go anywhere. I mean, there's some gimmicks that you're just like, they're not going anywhere. Elias Simpson, I'll give you, his gimmick is going somewhere. Could it be maybe IC or US title soon? Possibly. But like the Universal or WWE, I don't think so.
That's another thing.
Who? Yeah, possibly.
That's
I really. Go ahead, Scott.
That's another thing. The internet hurts wrestling. The internet hurts it. Because you don't get spoiled. You know? Because you'll see things to happen and you read it and you're like, okay. That's another thing why people enjoy NXT more. None of it gets spoiled. It does. It does, but they split it up. Yeah. But there's no publicity though.
Well, see, the thing is, like me, I already know what's gonna happen soon. You know, the next couple weeks.
I already know what happens up to New Orleans.
Well, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Yeah, see, I mean.
Fuck you!
Because.
Yeah, I mean, see.
Well. When people read NXT, if people read NXT spoilers or read about them or anything like that, they'll still go watch it for some sort of reason. Oh wait, it's only on for an hour. It's only on.
Like me, I knew for a fact CN and Black was gonna face each other. I knew for a fact that it was gonna have to happen since Black. Like, if Black beat Cole, I think it was gonna happen, like, Black versus CN. Yeah. Yeah. You
But
can
also,
say that, too.
Here's one thing I hate about NXT.
Okay. What's the
This been NXT recently. You debut, you get a title match. Showing a Blazer. Undisputed Era.
Okay.
Look at.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonya Blazer? Undisputed Era? What happened to the good old days of working up the ladder and earning your shots? Not do one match and get a shot.
I mean, where's...
like that.
Well, see, the thing with CN, he went from a guy where people just were like, oh yeah, he's good and whatever, but it was just like, me, I've always been a fan of CN. When I first saw him in NXT, I was like, this guy, you know, he'll get his, you know, maybe shot. If he wins it or not, I mean, I hope he does, but it was just to the point where I was like, you know, people weren't feeling him, people weren't like, oh, until he turned heel. He turned heel on Cedric, then started winning some matches, but then also losing matches, you know, to people like Black. I think, I think he lost to him too. I'm trying to think. Drew McIntyre. Yes, it was still... Yeah, but like I was saying, like, he was at the point where it was like, why is this guy so talented, but yet he keeps losing all these matches, you know? And then here comes Selena Vegas, or however you say her name.
Selena Vega.
Vega, there you go. She comes with Ajana CM. What happens? CN starts winning matches. CN starts getting that, you know, he starts feeling himself. You know, NXT, everybody starts like, oh shit, CN is for real, you know, CN is, you know, people start thinking, oh, he's gonna be champion, got his opportunity against, I forgot who he faced to be NXT champ, to face Drew McIntyre, or, yeah, Drew McIntyre, and he got his opportunity. First chance he got, beats Drew McIntyre, 1, 2, 3, and then what happens? People start enjoying him, people start liking him. Against Johnny Gargano, has probably his best match ever, and people start loving him, people start saying, they start jumping on the bandwagon with CN. It's just like, CN is that guy right now that, you know, gotta keep that momentum going. Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Same.
Okay, speaking of Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
Okay. We did the whole injury bit earlier with Seth Rollins and Finn Balor.
Right.
If people say Seth Rollins is defend, people could also say CN injured Drew.
No,
it's the same. It's the same thing. If it goes one way, you have to go both ways there. It takes two to tango.
You can say Sasha is also what she did to Paige then too. Then, even though I still defend Sasha, I always defend Sasha that she didn't do it on purpose.
That's the thing.
Wasn't on purpose.
Even if you defend someone, you have to go on both sides, because if it don't happen, who knows how it goes. Then you got Paige.
Oh my god.
A little kick to the back.
Yeah.
The Paige one I find funny. That they did it all the time at the live events. And one time it gets botched or Paige messes up and all of a sudden Sasha's a bad person.
Yeah.
Paige came back way too soon Paige came back way too soon and she wasn't even healthy enough to come back. I still say that to this day.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I agree that they should have not kept her with these live events. I think once I found out like she was still injured, I'm like, why are they still having her in these live events? Like, get rid of these live events of her. Let her get healthy and just focus on Raw, and you know, that's it, you know? If she can't fight for a little bit on Raw, okay, whatever. Have her manage her for a little while until she can fully fight on Raw and even compete in the Royal Rumble. And it was just to the point where she got injured, and guess what? She fucked up her net. Now she's retired, which I don't think she is. I still stand on she's not retired yet. Because, I mean, Paige hasn't confirmed it, and WWE hasn't really said, oh, she retired. Yes, Trish might said something, oh, she's done and whatever, but I still don't find it confirmed still about it.
Paige is done. Let's be real here. If she wasn't ready to come back from the get-go to get injured again, what makes you think they'll clear her to wrestle now and say not cleared the likes of, like, I don't know, Daniel Bryan?
I don't, like, see, this is what I'm trying to say, like, I'm not trying to say, like, she's gonna come back real soon. No, I think maybe a year or two, or maybe a few years, she might get cleared, and she might be able to wrestle. Just like with Daniel Bryan, it's gonna take time for us to WWE really, to realize that Daniel Bryan can wrestle again. The thing is, they feel like it's too early and feel like it's too risky too, that to clear him. And I understand why WWE don't want to, you know, clear him yet, or want to, you know, have him wrestle, because they feel like a specific somebody named Chris somewhat Waugh is gonna get that, you know, where he fucks up again, and dang, you know, WWE is gonna get that. You know, why'd you let Daniel Bryan return and whatever? Why'd you clear him? You know, and WWE gets this big heat, and I don't even want to discuss what happens.
Well,
next.
WWE's getting heat for the Page scenario.
Well,
I mean, outside doctors was 50-50 about Page coming back. WWE said that was good enough to wrestle. Bryan's getting cleared by everyone and their mother, but he ain't getting cleared by the almighty.
Who, that Dangle should or he shouldn't? Oh.
So I mean,
oh my God.
If you have one star, aka Bryan, who's cleared by every single possible doctor known to man, and WWE doctors don't clear him, but you know, doctors are iffy on Paige from the start, and WWE doctors clear her to wrestle. Don't you think there's something wrong there?
See, this is another reason. I think it could be reason why Dingo might not be cleared or might not be able to be cleared. Maybe it's because they feel like Dingo is gonna get so over, and people are like, Dingo may be that face of that company. Maybe that's what it is, and they feel like, oh, we need to do something, because I mean, Daniel Bryan's returned, and now, you know, Roman Reigns is getting that big push. He's the Universal Champion. Maybe they don't want Daniel to get so over and returning whatever. Maybe that could be it. They don't want Daniel to be that top guy. You really think? Why you say that? Please explain me why you say that. You think since Strowman got over, Vince is more on Strowman than Roman? But if that's the case, then why is Braun not champion then? Yeah, but it's at the same thing with Lesnar. My problem is this though. He's champion, but yet he rarely shows up. I'm not saying he should show up for every Raws, or he should show up for like he should show up for every Raws and whatever. But I feel like he's still, like, to make it prestigious and whatever, I think you gotta defend it every pay-per-view. I feel like you should. Not really. I mean, did he defend it?
Well,
No,
he only missed. Well, in defense, Lesnar only missed one pay-per-view. Technically, he was there for WrestleMania. He missed the following pay-per-view, but then he was there for Great Balls of Fire. He was there for SummerSlam, No Mercy, Survivor Series, Rumble, and now he won't miss. Now he'll miss Chamber, which is fine. Till Main Event Mania. So. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And
I'll
also,
give you that. I'll give you that.
And also, with his contract and plus his stomach issues, he can't really do a big match like that either.
And why have him champion though? That's the thing. Why have him champion? Yeah, but the thing is.
And look.
But the thing is, people get so much hate about it. Like, people like wanna like just say, dude, Lesnar, just please lose to somebody like Joe. Please lose to guys like Braun Strowman. It's to the point where just it's always gotta be Roman now. It's gotta be Roman now. Come on now, why Roman?
It's gonna be
if
Roman.
it's someone like, yeah.
Did anyone else get away?
Okay, now, like, quickly before I let you go, Scott, I was gonna say, if it's somebody like Joe or Balor, which, I mean, Joe, I say when he returns, you know, and, you know, he'll get his shot later, but, like, if it's Balor or even Braun, to be honest, because I could still see Braun, like, get his moment at WrestleMania for that title. I think that Braun and Finn Balor can make it more relevant, that title, and make it more where people enjoy Finn Balor and enjoy Braun Strowman's reign. You might not agree with me, but I think he might make it somewhat interesting, somewhat more prestige. Now, go ahead,
You're
Scott.
not getting more prestige than Brock Lesnar. That ain't gonna
know.
happen.
Yes, I think you can. I think you
No.
can, Scott.
No.
Yes, yes.
That's the thing.
Yes, you can.
No, you
yes,
can't.
you can.
But look,
Yes.
here's the thing about Braun Strowman. If Braun Strowman were to win the Universal title at SummerSlam, guess what happens? It's too soon. And then he turns to Big Show 2.0. Okay. If he wins at No Mercy, guess what happens? He would... Honestly, fans would turn on him if he won No Mercy. Okay.
Then when you're suggesting he
If
wins
he
the title
wins,
dance.
if he wins that Royal Rumble, what's going to happen? He'll be Great Khali. If you want, if you want Braun Strowman to win that title, yeah, but I don't mind that. Honestly, what's holding Braun back is the fans. I hate to say it, but it's the fans. Because they want so much in Braun Strowman, they're forgetting about the bigger picture. They're forgetting about the Finn Balor's. They're forgetting about the Samoa Joes, the Roman Reigns, the John Cena's. Everyone's so focused on Braun, they're forgetting about everyone else. So every time Braun loses, here's what happens. Braun got screwed. Braun got cheated. But fact is, whenever Braun wins that title, probably later this year or next year, fans will start getting intrigued by it, but then realize why he was never champion until then.
Well, see, this is where I'm going to disagree with you on that, on the fans holding back. I don't think the fans are holding back on him, like, you wonder why people cheer on Braun so much? It's because he's kind of bringing back somewhat the attitude or maybe less aggression, like, to WWE, I mean, to, like, Raw. And he's making more Raw entertaining. And it's like, with Lesnar, this nigga doesn't do shit at all. All Lesnar does is have Paul Heyman talk, and it's the same old shit, and then, oh, let's fight at let's fight at the pay-per-view, and then da-da-da-da-da. With Braun, he does something where, like, he pushes trucks, he, like, you know, beats people up.
Engineless trucks.
Yeah, I mean, come on now, Scott. I mean, you can't tell me that that was not entertaining. Come on now.
Well, I see Mark Henry do it. I don't, so... I agree. I like it too. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
No, okay. When is the last time Lesnar actually earned an opportunity at the title, though? Like, he won a #1 contender match. A #1 contender match. Not, oh, he, what's it called, WWE, they gave him the opportunity. No, actually win a #1 contender match. Please, give me one time Lesnar got that opportunity, got that #1 contender opportunity. Because I don't remember one time he did. And it's just like, you got... Yeah, and it's just like, I don't remember Lesnar getting, what's it called, WWE title opportunities, Universal title opportunity, and it's just like, You got Joe working his ass up. You got Braun Strowman. You got Finn Balor. You got Kevin Owens who had to. And it's just like, where are their opportunities to be the main champion? Like, come on now. Come on. Rematch for the title. Come on.
Okay, look. The thing with Lesnar Goldberg.
Yes. Kill for mother.
Yes, I do, but it's just like with Lesnar. What do you mean? What's the difference? Lesnar, what's it called? What rematch?
Who, Lesnar?
The last, yeah, to Seth Rollins. When he cashed in.
Technically.
Yes, he did, but he lost. He lost.
Well, wait,
Yeah.
well, no,
Remember,
technically,
Undertaker came out.
Lesnar didn't lose. Lesnar didn't lose that match technically, but he never won either. That match ended in no contest, so that right there guaranteed him a rematch, essentially. So, yeah, that was the
But
thing.
it's like, it's not for the Universal title though. That's for the WWE title.
It don't matter. It's a heavyweight title, right? It's still a heavyweight title.
No. Come on now. Come on now. So if I lost the IC title and I wanted to go and catch my rematch at the US title, I can do that? Is that what you're saying? Because, I mean, it seems like you can. He said I wouldn't be mad.
The question is, though, are you willing to risk it?
Would I really twist it?
Yep.
I don't know, maybe, but the glorious one. The glorious one looks. I think he loses his title to Randy Orton, probably.
Don't
I
stop,
know.
Jason.
He's
No,
gonna.
I think he
Deserve
needs.
to die. Make
The
them
way it looks
suffer
like
like
Randy Orton. What, Randy versus Rusev for the US title? Mania? They never faced at Mania, Orton and Rusev.
You mean SummerSlam?
Yeah, it was some shit
Yeah.
like that. That RKO out of nowhere, oh my
Get
goodness.
up, Jason. Find them. Kill them.
The thing with Rusev, what I hate is, I mean, Rusev's not
Hunt them down,
entertaining to
make
me.
them
He's
pay.
somewhat boring to me, and it's just like...
You think everyone's boring?
No, I mean... No,
Rusev is
I want-
Rusev is like the Miz. He's underrated.
No. Oh my...
Hey, I have a question. What day is today?
Glorious day.
Rusev Day. It's not glorious. It's Rusev Day.
Nah. But look, Scott. The Rusev I want to see is the Rusev when he started in WWE. When he won the US title. That's the Rusev I'm looking forward to.
Well, that
It's just
Rusev
like-
got fucked over thanks to John Cena, so.
Not really, because he was still he was making the US title relevant though. That's the thing, that's the thing I hate. You want to say that, oh, Cena ended his push or whatever. Not really, I mean,
Yeah, it did.
Rusev, Cena made it where the US title made it more relevant than Rusev. That's the thing about
I wouldn't get that far.
Rusev. Yes,
The only
Cena did
thing,
make
the only
US
thing
title
Cena
more
did
relevant.
was have freaking open challenges every week. If
Okay, but he was making-
if that makes it title prestigious, does that mean your wrestling title should be open
But he
challenge
was
weekly?
making the US title relevant. Look at the matches he was having with Cesaro, Sami Zayn, Ambrose, Neville, me, Kevin
them down,
Owens,
make them pay.
etc. But go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
yeah. If an
Go
open
ahead.
challenge weekly makes the title prestigious, Does that mean the WWE World titles will be defended like that weekly, and the Universal and the IC?
No, but Cena was making it more relevant than some other titles, though.
All they did was build the prestige up to the US title, which I'm okay with. But for the fact that it hasn't been relevant since then, guess what? They should have left on Rusev.
No.
Right?
Rusev's... No, I don't buy into this whole Rusev day. I think that's stupid as fuck. I think they need to let English do his own thing, because I think English with Rusev is what's making Rusev, you know...